Hi everybody, we're at Ocean Lake, Wyoming. Not a town, just a wildlife refuge here, and a wildlife habitat management area. How do I know that? Ooh. Well, there's this that's kind of a giveaway. So, we hear a lot of things, but yet far from everything. We are about 30 miles away from Lander. We're 30 miles away from Riverton, about 30 miles away from Thermopolis, and 45 miles away from Du Bois. It's kind of nice here. We're actually in one of the more remote campsites of this area. Let me kind of give you a tour of the area. We're just going we're just gonna walk around a bit. I'll show you what's here. This is actually the north unit. This is the access road. There's three state highways here. They're really close numbered. There's 132, Wyoming 33, and Wyoming 34. So I'll refer to them as the local name roads so that you can find this. We're actually off the Missouri Valley Road 134 on the north side of Ocean Lake. And this is the access road into here. Here's a camper that just kind of showed up this morning, but other than that, we've been the only one here. So, here, figure you can put about 4 tent sites in here. Really nice thing about this one is it's free. So if you come down here, the way to find this place, well, there is a brown side pointing down here. Alright, there's this pad here, so you park on with these guardrails here, and go down this little walk, you'll find Voltos. They're not the best smelling things, but they do have toilet paper. And then that's the way you find this, at least in this site. The way you find where the vault toilet is, you look for the parking pad and the concrete pad leading to the vault toilet. Yeah, we had some trouble finding it. We showed up here like at 10 o'clock last night. And a little bit further down, you can start seeing the lake here. You can find more about this site on the Wyoming Game and Fish. I will tell you, it's not the easiest thing to navigate, but all this information is on here. There's a map there, location. It shows where you can camp and what if there's a toilet available. So this is Ocean Lake. I'm gonna walk down to what is the boat ramp, which pretty much is just a gravel road running into the lake. So we're looking south. Still a little hazy, a lot hazy from the smoke from all the fires. And the swing here. This is southwest. Here's the boat dock. It's a big lake. It's several miles across. It's relatively a round lake too, which is kind of unusual. At least for this area. Most of the lakes here are pretty much dammed stream valleys. But we're actually now starting to get on the prairie here again. We just came down from Jackson and Yellowstone and Tetons yesterday, so we're now out of the mountains. So if you get down here, there is this big nice sign. It's actually, you won't see it if you come down and drive to the lake. It's actually, you literally have to turn around and you'll see it, and it's a map of everything and the thing. Currently, there are no fires because of extreme high fire danger. It's not a danger of fires. There are fires. I mean, this is why everything's so smoky. Really nice. I mean, it's a basic rural campground, remote campground. You could probably put a tent there and a tent there. And probably where we have it, you could probably put another 2 or 3 tents up there. So plenty of room. We had nobody here last night. So it's a Tuesday in September. We had a jogger come through early in the morning, and that camper van came down here and checked out the boat ramp, and he's parked up there now. Now, truthfully, is if I was coming down, we've had a freeze here, so there are no mosquitoes now. But if you look here, it's a little bit to the east. I know I've kind of got the sun here, but that's all wetlands, grasslands, which means tons and tons of mosquitoes. So I wouldn't recommend the site in the spring or the summer, and more that way. I would choose the main campground. I'll tell you right now how to get there. If you're coming down the main highway, which runs from Yellowstone, Moran Junction, and through Du Bois to Riverton, you come past Crowheart, and there'll be Highway 132 to the south and 133 to the north, known as 133 is known as the Pavilion Highway. It goes to a little small group of houses about 2 miles north here. It's only about a 7-mile long highway here. Wyoming does that. They have these really short highways. Look for Angler's Road, and if you take that back, I don't remember seeing a sign when we came up here, but if you come north on 133 Pavilion Highway and come up a mile, I think it's a mile to 3 miles, it'll be a right turn. It's an improved dirt road versus the smaller dirt roads in the area. You come back about 2 miles, and the campground is actually on this very long but narrow point of land right into the lake, and that's where the campground is. So it's surrounded by water, not by marsh. So I would recommend that. From looking at Google Maps, they have shelters, picnic benches, fire rings, and I believe it also might be free. If not, it's only about $6. And we just have our second truck of the day here. So, anyways, This is, like I said, a nice campground. I mean, I'm not going to rate it because it's really just it's a basic campsite. But the campground looked really good. We stayed here instead of the main campground because it's middle of September. We were really worried that how cold it was going to get, and that campground in the middle of the lake is going to be really exposed to the wind. This one's a lot more sheltered. But anyways, um, there's quite a number of these wildlife refuges scattered across Wyoming, and about 20% of them allow camping, but the ones that do are really nice, and I have no complaints about this.